April 17th, northern Michigan. Not the farthest northern Michigan because I'm not in the UPA. And out here shoveling snow, and little wounded warrior here, but I can repair my snow shovel. So don't worry about it. I do have the technology. I've got duct tape. And I'm thinking, and it's a concern in this area, and it's probably a concern in a lot of other areas, where you're having this weird weather that's not like dissipating. We only had 4 inches of snow today. It is April 17th. That when the pendulum swings and it gets warm, if you live in a 50 or 100-year floodplain, which, you know, those are extreme events that are brought about by extreme conditions, I would definitely consider moving your stuff out of your basement. Yep, I know that many of you are not facing these conditions. Many of you don't have basements. But if you do, consider moving your stuff out of the basement, because I do not believe that this episode of weird natural occurrences is going to be over with the melting of the snow. I think it's going to definitely cause other problems. It reminds me of, there was one during the Revolutionary War, and I think there was one around the time of the Irish potato famine, mini ice ages, which there was like a couple episodes where there were years where they weren't able to plant crops. You know, and around the Irish potato famine, I'm not saying, you know, this being YouTube, I have to practice my legalese. I'm not saying that's the cause of it, but it was around that time. A couple of mini ice ages where they just weren't able to plant crops. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, the whole episode at Valley Forge was during that period of time when they're marching through the snow. That snow just did not leave, even through the summer. It was weird. It happened. And I'm starting to think that, like, we're going to face those. Watching the pheasants marching around there. You know, I'm in the primitive bow kind of chatter world. And, you know, we're thinking when the stuff hits the fan and stuff like that, you know, I'm seeing animals that are being stressed. And so it's going to bring its own rewards as far as that goes, because, you know, the browsing for the deer is gone, basically. They've depleted everything there is to, like, browse upon. Now it's going to go on to, like, plan B, just eating tree bark, which isn't that nutritious. The pheasants certainly are going to suffer. The turkeys, I don't know. And so the whole idea of the ice age is hitting, the world is changing, there's going to be all this stuff to eat. Hey, you know, the sad fact is there's not going to be that much to eat because there's going to be huge die-offs. So you better get used to eating pine trees. That said, I'm stalling because I need to repair my snow shovel, but first I need to go find another one in the pole barn. It's little. I don't like little snow shovels. I like these things. I like man shovels. Time to break out the skis. When life gives you snow, make snow aid.